It's time now for the Kill the Can podcast.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Kill the Can podcast. I hope this finds you well. I hope the summer is treating you well. I hope your quit is treating you well. And I'm honored that you are joining me here for this episode. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about a concept that is actually pretty foreign to KillTheCan.org. And it's this concept of tomorrow. Tomorrow is a very important day for me. And I'm talking very specifically about July 24th on the calendar. Tomorrow will represent 19 years that I am free from my addiction to nicotine. And I've talked about many times, not only on this podcast, but on Discord and on the forums, about kind of the beginning stages of my quit and how thankful I continue to be to this day for the members of our community, because I truly feel that even today, almost 19 years later, I would not be quit if it weren't for every single one of you. So, sincere gratitude. I really can't even begin to describe the feeling of gratitude, how much thanks I have for you, how much hope you have given me over the years, how much support you have given me over the years, how much accountability you have given me over the years, how much brotherhood you have given me over the years. I truly cannot repay that. And it's part of the reason that I continue to do what I continue to do, however small my contributions to this community are at this point. It's that sense of I need to give back because I've gotten so much. And so I just wanted to say thank you. I'm recording this today because I don't think I'm going to have an opportunity to record this tomorrow, just because I got a lot of stuff going on in my personal life. Tomorrow also represents the second anniversary of the death of my father. My dad passed away when he was 82, so he would have been 84 years old. He passed away from lung cancer. He had gotten lung cancer about 4 or 5 years previous to that, battled through it, and beat it, or so we thought. And then about 5 years later, it came back with a vengeance. Now, what my father did not tell me and my brother at the time was that when it came back, he was given a stage 4 diagnosis. And with an 82-year-old man, a stage 4 diagnosis is effectively a death sentence. And that man fought and battled, knowing what his doctors had told him, and never once told my brother and I the extent of his diagnosis. You know, he told us he had cancer, he told us he was going to go through chemo and this, that, and the other thing. But he never told us, he just kind of said, oh, well, I beat it before, I'll beat it again. And it wasn't that he was lying to us, I don't think. I genuinely think that he did that because he didn't want us to worry. I think he did that because he knew in his heart of hearts that he was going to beat this again. And I really think that he did it because he didn't want us to treat him any differently. He didn't want us to treat him like a dying man. And that really, the fact that he didn't tell us really bothered me for quite some time. And once I was able to deal with my grief and my sadness, I then kind of turned to anger, and it really bothered me for quite some time. And then I tried to put myself in his shoes, and I tried to feel how I would feel, how he would feel, or how he felt. And would I want to have my family, specifically my boys, treat me differently? And I really don't know, and knock on wood, I really hope I never have to find out. But I don't know how I would have handled that. You know, it's real easy for me to sit here and say, oh, you know, I would be 100% truthful, I would be 100% honest, and I would share everything, and, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But then on the other hand, even if I don't agree with how he handled it, I can understand it. And so I guess this is a rambling way of me saying that I understand that decision now. And any sort of bitterness or anger that I had towards him and towards that decision, now these 2 years later, have been replaced with nothing but that love, respect, gratitude for him being my dad, for him providing for me all those years, doing all those things, giving back his time, his efforts, his financial, you know, everything that a father does. And so, you know, I guess I've never really articulated that. And as I'm sitting here recording this podcast, driving to work, I think maybe that's the first time that I've articulated that. And so tomorrow, when I toast my dad, as I did last year and I will continue to do for the rest of my life, there won't be any, not even a tinge of bitterness, not anymore. Obviously I love my dad. I don't need to say it, but I'm going to continue to say it. I love him. I miss him. And, you know, fuck cancer in the biggest way possible. Just fuck it. And so I started out this podcast talking about how tomorrow is this foreign concept. And it really is, because I say all of these things and I tell you about tomorrow, and I tell you by why tomorrow, July 24th, is important to me. But the reality is, I'm not worried about all of that stuff today. I'm worried about today when it comes to my quit, when it comes to my life. Because I can't control tomorrow. I don't know that I'm promised tomorrow. I don't know that I'm going to get to tomorrow. What I do know is that I'm promised today. I have today. I'm here today. When I get to work, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to post roll. I'm going to promise that I'm not going to dip today. And that's all I'm going to worry about. And today, I am honored to be quit with every one of you. Have a good day, quitters.
Join us again next time for another edition of the Kill the Can podcast.